we're in Toby's world now. You know what I mean? This is it. This is the vibe. But looking at this circle coming in, I really do hope it's somewhere other than where we just saw. If I see it just hit south, I'm just gonna be. I'll zone out. You can solo cast, right?
Unless it's all the way down as far south as humanly possible, which means
nah.
I want to give you the Higos ending, Lauren.
It won't be.
I want you to have it.
Fun, though.
It was a damn fun circle when we got it. Just because there's only like a limited amount of compounds on there. You never know.
Consider it, and then it'll just swing up to the same old ending. Come on, give us a nice circle. Give us.
Look at what you could have won.
Yeah, come on. Two. They're always so close to each other, and we are seeing a little bit of vehicle mechanics. Yeah, maybe a little bit of a setup here. Diego down, and the belt strikes again. Now, is there more? This seems like they've worked out that rotation route, and honestly, we said it last time, last week. How many times do we see Liquid?
I'm all for it. Crack on. Kill him. Take the 4 free points. I think it was a damn good maneuver because we're only halfway through the competition. We weren't even halfway through that point. It was 4 free points to that one player. Speaking of one player, Raw is a one-man army, but not this time round. It's an easy point. But yeah, like, I get it. I understand. Let's say it was the grand finals, right? And Liquid was in the chance of winning it, and a team down in 16 hot drop Liquid off the start just for BM.
Got Liquid, Northern Lights, Tornado Energy, TSM, Tropic going over there. Tornado Energy is very close by, and oh, it might be a work in progress, or it might be wasted potential. For now, Fast Rail's alive by the thinnest of margins. That's 1 HP, maybe a little bit more, but it's definitely a one-shot no matter which way you want to cut it. So very lucky to be alive as everyone's piling in. If you got caught in transition, if you are open on any angle, people are going to punish here.
Ends just move forward ever so slightly, and that's if another one goes towards the east or even the northeast, that for me is a power grid finish, and a lot of teams will understand that and know that. It's hard to keep control of, given how big it is. You have 2 main warehouse hangars, and then you have your own little compound towards the back, and currently see the deep in that on himself. They are spread, so they can't control a push if anyone does decide to breach power grid now. Northern Lights will have to share with somebody. What they have to share and how much they have to share, that's for them to step up. Given the positions that they have, they need to work simultaneously and make sure that they keep control of this, though. Omicron, good rotation and good decision to go all down south and just completely avoid it. Blue damage, but who cares? They'll avoid every fight in the world. DA.
Another desperate for that to keep Unity away because it's only him here. It's only Fuzzface. The rest of FaZe are elsewhere, so he needs to be able to do the work, and he's done very nicely. That's a big pick up for Doring. Once the flush gets it, needs to hold his ground. More players coming through. Unity flooding forward, and there's now 2 of them at the door. Nade in hand for Set, but I'm wanting to see him somehow manipulate this scenario. He needs to go beyond what he's doing here. I think he's trying to find a way. The problem is now UT's support has even arrived. Danimont can now look through these windows, and this will be the end. Fuzzface knows it. Peeks the angle, doesn't take too much damage, surprisingly. And now just holds the stairwell. Grenades come in, he needs to deal with this. He's flashed up, he gets down Set. Brilliant work. He's got 3 heals to go through. That's not ideal, but it's buying time. He just needs to stay the hell down. That nade could do it. Forced out, can't get away. The utility in the end was the death of him. A valiant attempt from Fuzzface, but just sad he couldn't quite get the reins on the situation unfolding. And his teammates were too far away to provide support.
And the ramification for that for FaZe Clan, yes, they can maybe hold Unity out there. That's fine.
Oh. My gosh.
So now it was a little bit more important altogether. There's 2 ways to look at this. 1, FaZe Clan can hold them. They can just gatekeep them, kill them on arrival. 2, Unity use smokes, they get to the ridgeline opposite the road and they survive. Then you become a nuisance towards FaZe Clan, you have to turn all your attention towards them. Speaking of that, of which it looks like Liquid's doing just that. They're up on that hillside, they can look towards Unity, they can look towards FaZe Clan. This could be the second knock for Gustav, I'm not entirely sure, I didn't see. I have seen him down for a while now, so maybe they do readjust on this one. Circle actually hits over towards the west. It ping-pongs back, and it looks like she's flooding towards that roadside. Where's FaZe Clan now? Where Liquid moving into? Liquid have been gifted a compound. God knows how they've actually left this one open. Deep, holding on for dear life. Unity should have free reign of these players coming down the roadside. FaZe will also hear this one. Tuck yourself in and kind of do with it what you can. Everyone's playing for scraps.
There's 16
Keep an eye on that kill
teams.
feed.
Wow.
Look at Iru's them really quickly, Lauren, in the distance. You see cycling all his utility. This is what Fuzzface was trying to deny, a nuisance from FaZe's backline. Unity are now still 3 stacks up. Really how much further they can actually go, whether or not they have to focus towards Unity on the backside. Well, towards this one, is also messing in a different side of the map. Also, this is Miles versus Power Grid, right?
Still pretty far away from these players, holding on for those final moments. Gaxi, though, going to pull the can. Blue now, he's taking damage, 5 HP. He's taken another, but he goes down. Giganton going down in 16th. Again, we're seeing a lot of those win one game, lose out pretty quick in the second. I don't know what it is about this, but wow, it's surprising. Unity going to fold in the tiniest place to try and get some cover. What a shot from Uber. Super precise with the tiniest amount to work with, but the revive should come in, but still impressive work. FaZe with 3, not comfortable positioning, but they're in, and that's a lot more than some of these teams can say. Keep in mind, 16 teams is a great deal in this situation, and Liquid and DA constantly back and forth.
Liquid actually moving has paid off FaZe. They were on the blunt end of the bullets, unfortunately, from that hillside. 2 or 3 players tanking them up. Got multiple knocks onto FaZe Clan, but now Liquid repositioned. They've got a bit more room to work with. Don't fall. Don't fall. Miraku. It will be actually a mirror kill if he does make it any further than this, especially with... Yeah, bye-bye. This is nope. Mark, I've got enough points in the bag. Denies him it. Hawkey goes down as well. Northern Lights. The one that's been quite quiet so far. We've not really seen much of on screen, at least. Tornado Energy out in the open. The same with Entropic. Got to be careful, though. Playing off this sandbank, you do have the road that you can work with. So it's something. Another team falls victim to the blue and the bullets. The deep from Northern Light seals that one, so everyone jumps a placement. No points just yet until we get... Yeah,
it's got to be a win for them, right? Like, look at that positioning. How do you lose this? Is what I'm looking at. Is how do you lose that situation? I'm sure we'll find out if it happens. The north side, though, is littered with teams. Yes, the south has its own problems, but it's nowhere near as busy as the north, and there's no easy way to slot in on this. The west has teams already very much situated, settled in, and the terrain, look at that. Rough. Hard to drive through, hard to rotate through, and it looks like most of these teams don't have vehicles at this point either, so sending it becomes a little bit trickier. We are hearing a bike or two in the background, but that's from Northern Lights getting closer to this fight. They want a bit of this. Player on the low ground, spins them to the high ground. That's why Taliag almost confirmed on the second. It's a big play, but how big can it get? Example goes down, quelling the CIS threat from that side, at least. As Melman, your last one alive for Tornado Energy, sadly having to play with just 3, of course. Online lobbies are a thing. Got to start the game. There's no two ways about it. She created. Going to find Spyro, the Wildcats, kicking into that aggressive gear, but they are losing players. They are looking like they're in tatters, as it is just She created, and sadly couldn't find the footing when it was required. Northern Lights on the move, but I think one of their players is knocked. I'm seeing that there. It's Spyro. So they have to work forward as 3 potentially.
During all that, no one's actually made it into the circle compared to the teams that were already there. We still have all these maps on the outskirts, and that's probably how it's going to unfold. Everyone will just be slowly working their way in, playing edge as much as humanly possible. It won't kill you. It is pretty damn nasty, and it will begin to hurt, but you can chunk it away if you got the stems on, if you are close up to it. The deep last player gone on the side of the Northern Lights. 2 different teams splitting them apart. Uber's just trying to take some form of health away from this final player. Even a scratch would be enough to force them off from away from the heal and let the blue do the rest. Would you get the kill? No. Would you remove the player from play? Yes. It's definitely worth it. Gustav finds...
down to 8 teams.
Pass around in the open. And look at that instant response, though. Doesn't realize we got players. Snakes in the grass, Lauren, just hiding and waiting for FaZe to make the move.
I mean, it's 10 kills for FaZe. They switch from, okay, let's play No, I don't want to say placement games. That makes it sound like they're or like a passive style. So let's just try and frag out a bit here. I think they lost a lot of territory when they lost down Fuzzface, and they weren't able to kind of bring everyone back together. How is she created alive? That is my next big question. Uber goes down first, but a lot of kills there for FaZe, and a 7th place, not too bad at all. Liquid still comfy. She created is I don't know how alive of Liquid.
Let's theorize here and kind of discuss that a little bit more. Wildcat should be going down. That's just too much tick damage at that point to do anything with. Smash could be problematic as a solo if he decides to knock one of the players from end, so just cause a business nuisance player to really do something. Page is gone. That's a nice long-range spray. I suppose you've got plenty of time to do it, though, when they're driving in this way. Go to the opposing hilltops, leave Vascu back. Just to overview all of this. Smash that snake in the grass we spoke about. Last man standing for the soon to be none. Right. Hence we've only one kill. They've got 4 players up, and this is kind of what I was speaking about earlier on. Like, I know they got the circle, I know they were led to the party, I know everything else that's gone down. But it's when you capitalize on these wins.
Penguins, who are still going to be a nuisance towards Ents, because, well, Ents have to still move first. Now, that's pretty helpful. That could maybe actually help out Liquid in the long run. If you're Ents, you are waiting and hoping that Oma can get some pressure towards Liquid, and you could maybe make your move. But Ents, you got to kill what's in front of you, and if you see someone running around, it's time to get that shot. So Ents are claiming a couple of kills here and there. If they get
knock or two will definitely do damage to Ents and slow them down on their approach. This compound that Liquid are holding is just so damn strong. I mean, it's a fortification anyway, but it makes it all that more difficult to attack because of the verticality that comes with it, right? You can just look straight down on all of your opponents. I'd assume that where Squeaky's moving to now is the main blind spot. You keep the back building out where you see 2 players, Jeems and K-Mind. Try and avoid that.
Ooh, 3s at...
You know, they're more central than what that entire barn is. Again, if you imagine it as a castle with a moat going around it, it's just really hard for your players to work their way up there.
Alright, game on, Rich.
We've actually had an early movement here out of Rustamar and Tixu, just be aware of that. They pushed out further. Mirror image by Mexi and Ibiza, they're doing the same. Keep the off-angled cover. Jeems is up top and the damage is done. That knocks him out for all but a second. The meds will go on. You can see everyone's pre-stimming, getting ready for it. Tixu goes for the jump peak. Mexi's out. Is he on his own? Does he have support? I'm looking on the map. I think he has support there, so they can both attack this one. But how far did they go? That's a massive headshot, Lauren, to get this one going.
Where's the off-angle? They need someone to slow down someone like K-Mine, but that's not going to help. The self-nade's no good. The volley is excellent! Oh my god, that is huge play! Who threw that? Is K-Mind? How's he done that? How has he done that? It's all falling apart for Ents. They were a little bit too slow, it looked like, and now down to Squeaky and Diggory. Squeaky can be a monster, though, and he has the guns and the ability to do it, but he needs someone to be isolated. You've got 3 players working towards Diggory. They're all flooding towards him. When they only see one, they're going to know something's up. Diggory now flashed up, blinded. All the utility put down. Mexi looks like he's the first. He's going to flush at the very least. Now, the final man. Can they find Squeaky? 3 times up. It's going to be some big damage, but it's out in the open. No cover to fall back to. Barely being kept alive. Oh, that blue. That blue! It doesn't matter. The blue of the circle or the blue of